It's not if, it's when. It's always when. It's when, it's when, it's when. The thing is, this car has been super reliable. Yes, sir. I beat you here, huh? Transmission is out already. We can go ahead and start the process to making it even more of a monster than it already is. We got some really big plans for this, which I'll go over with you in a minute. Remember I told you guys about doing these big builds? These big builds, it's not if, it's when. It's always when. It's when, it's when, it's when. The thing is, this car has been super reliable. Engine, the way it runs, all that kind of stuff. It's been super reliable. The only thing that hasn't been reliable is I cannot keep a transmission in this car. No matter what, yes. And this is now the built trans that broke. So the built transmission broke now. And man, I'm working on a bunch of things to try to correct it and fix it. I have some ideas, but it's all trial and error at this point because no one has a big horsepower stick shift Hellcat that runs it as much as I do. I drive this car frequently. I do a lot of pulls. The thing is though, this one, it was like 3 weeks, bro. The trans lasted me 3 weeks this time. So it's always something. But that being said, I got a taste of what the new gearing feels like and all that. Oh my God, this thing is ridiculously fast. So we getting one step, every time I do something and break it, I'm one step closer to figuring it out. Most people would have gave up by now, but I don't know how to give up, man. And at the end of the day, the success story is gonna be absolutely amazing. Not to mention, you know, for everything that I break, I'm ahead of somebody else. I'm going through it so they don't have to. So if you're watching this channel and you're doing a big build on a Mopar or something like that, chances are you've learned something from watching this channel of what to do and also what not to do. So there you go, guys. That's what we're here for. That's why we make this really good content. But not only is this car fast, it looks really good. It's beautiful, man. Freaking car is beautiful. But I think it might be a time for a change with that too. But on the tow truck, on the way to the shop, let's get it. And the big girl just rolled up to the shop. Yes, sir. I beat you here, huh? Yo, Mod Squad, you know the vibe. So transmission is out already, so that we can go ahead and start the process to making it even more of a monster than it already is. We got some really big plans for this, which I'll go over with you in a minute. But not only did we do that, this is my stock 370 diff. I say 370 because that's the ratio. The ratio of Hellcat manual trans is a 370. So we took this out because now we installed, yes sir, that's right, man. You know what time it is to talk about this big Purp giveaway. Right now, every $5 spent on moddefame.com gets you to enter to win this wide body Dodge Charger RT. That's right, man. So it is a Hemi 5.7 wide body, crazy purple, crazy stars in the roof, crazy white leather interior like Tesla. It's amazing. Check out more pictures on moddefame.com. But in the meantime, back to the video. Because now we installed this brand new 309 diff. Stefan, why would you go from a 370 to a 309? Well, I'll explain in a minute. But that's what we just installed in the car. A new 309 diff. Look at that beautiful, shiny, brand new Mopar piece. And as you can see, everything is out of the car right now. Everything is out again. Shout to Mantic on their beautiful clutch that they run. Wow, you can see everything from under here. You can see the engine, the manifolds that go down to the turbo. Jeez, as you can see, the turbos are out right now. And I was just wanting to check the life on the clutch. Wow, oh, it's still a lot. At least it looks that way. Looks to still be a lot, at least on this number. No, all of them look about the same. Yeah, still got good life on there. Looks much better than the last clutch that we took out that started to slip, that couldn't hold anymore. So far, man, everything is coming along looking really, really good. Really good. We're getting the car ready for big things that are coming. But man, this thing is That engine is huge. It's a big ass motor, man. They don't play when they say V8. And then we back under this. But what we want to check right now is I had them pull a couple plugs for me just to check the plugs to see how they look. They look pretty good to me. E85 sometimes makes them a little, give them a little white tinge on them. They look pretty good. All right, guys, so here's the transmission, man, loaded in the car. You hear the deep breath in my voice because it's just been, you know, thing after thing with these transmissions. So I had never told you guys what transmission I end up going with, what builder I end up going with. And that was because I wanted to make sure that it worked before I suggested it to you, right? And you know, lo and behold, 3 weeks later it did not work. So I can't recommend it in the form that it comes for cars that are making the type of power that I'm making, which is, you know, 1,000 and up. I cannot recommend it because it didn't work for me. So the name of the unit is it's a Tranzilla unit is what mine is. Mine is a Tranzilla unit. And who makes the Tranzilla? Rockland Standard Gear is the company that makes the Tranzilla. So what the Tranzilla consists of is shorter gear ratios, supposed to be a stronger gear set. They call it their 9310 gears, which I think is good. All of that stuff is good. All of that stuff is going to add strength, right? However, it's still not enough because these damn Hellcats are just so heavy that it's just too much stress on a component. So what am I doing now? What am I doing to fix it? All right, guys, so without giving out all of my secrets, plus I don't know if it'll work or not yet, so I can't even say that it's a secret right now. It's just some theories that I have that I'm gonna try to get to work so that I can deliver the amount of power that my car makes and have a transmission survive within that. One thing, I'm gonna drop some weight out of the car. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I pride myself on running the car full weight, and you know, oh, it's a street car and all that kind of stuff. And as much as I love that about my car, that my car has the ability to do all of that stuff, it's also one of the main reasons why I'm having the issues that I'm having. It's just the weight of the car. That's like point blank period. So that's the number one thing that I'm gonna start with, right? As far as the hardware and the transmission itself, I'm gonna add some additional billet components to the transmission. The casing of the transmission is made of cast aluminum. I am going to try to strengthen that by adding billet parts to the transmission to keep it tighter, stronger. Another thing that I'm adding to it is I was using the stock bell housing. I'm going to add a stronger bell housing, stiffer, so that this way what I'm looking to do is try to make the transmission as much as a solid state unit as possible, with the only moving components being the internal parts. I think with that should really help. All of this is trial and error though, to be honest with you. I could do all of this, I could spend this money all over again and it's still not work. That could happen. That's a reality. And that's what comes with building these cars. That's funny is because I was looking at some of Cletus McFarlane's videos of when he was trying to get his Corvette to go first 9s, then 8s, then 7s. I'm not into drag racing, but I can understand and respect the process of building a car. And when he went 8s for the first time, he turned and asked James, who's like his cohort, how many motors did we go through? How many turbos did we go through? How many transmissions did we go through? And they just went down a list. I think it was something along the lines of, to go 8s, 4 motors, a couple transmissions before you got the last one, and you know, 2 turbos or something like that. So I say all of that to say, when you make big power, this is just the things that you're gonna go through. You're gonna go through the process of trying to get to a point where It all functions and works together. And you know, thankfully I've been way more lucky than that. I mean, I haven't been through, you know, since we put this motor in the car, that's been it. Like, this has been the golden ticket as far as that goes. But as far as driveline components, I just keep finding the weak point of these transmissions, is where we're at now. So if you notice, we also put a 309 diff in there, and I told you I would talk about the reasons behind that. Well, my thought process is, being a turbo car, the longer that I can stay in boost, the faster the car is going to go. The fastest cars on the drag strip, period, are turbo 400 and power glide transmission cars. Power glides are 2-speed, turbo 400s are 3 speeds. These are the fastest cars. So what do I need with 6? What do I need with 6 speeds? The fastest ones are also turbo with those transmissions, because you could just let that boost ramp in and then just let her eat. So that's my goal, to ramp the boost in, to keep it in gear as long as possible without me having to shift, and let her eat. So by going from a 370 to a 309, that's a huge jump or step down in gear. But I also want to do half-mile events and stuff like that this year. And with the 309 gear, based on my calculations, my car will be able to do 190 in 4th gear. If I can do 190 in 4th gear, that means that from a standing start, I'll only shift 4 times, first, second, third. Only shift 3 times, first, second, third, fourth. I only shift 3 times within that period. That means that from 0 to 190, I'm gonna be in gears for long periods of time, just letting it eat. Same thing, you know, I love to roll race, and you know, I noticed that with my racing, a lot of times people have an opportunity to recover. Like, if I jump out on them, they can recover on my shift. Or if I'm holding on to them, as soon as I shift, I fall back. I don't want that. I want to stay in the gear as long as I possibly can before I have to shift. So therefore, I'm looking forward to seeing how that performs as well. So we still got some trial and error to do before we get to a point where it's all 110 square. But first things first, we just got to keep a transmission in this car that could actually work, because 3 weeks at a time ain't it. Sheesh. But anyway, it's your boy Steph here from Mod to Fame, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification so you don't miss no more videos. And remember, we are in the final days, coming up soon. What do we have left? We are now at like 24 days left of the giveaway of Big Purp. The car's in the garage right now because I didn't want it to get snow on it. It snowed here. I'm trying to keep it really nice for you guys. So it's in the garage right now since the Hellcat is at the shop. And anything that you buy enters you to win, including like this hoodie that I'm wearing right now. It's our charcoal gray. Really nice quality. I wear stuff like this all the time because it feels good. But check it out, man. Modtofame.com. Get entered to win Big Purp right now so that you can win my wide body Dodge Charger RT. Anyway, until I see you in the next one, we out.